Yes. Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome back to computer science class. So, in the yesterday class, we will discuss control statement. Right? Yesterday class, we discuss control statement. There are two type of control statement. One is selection statement. One is iteration statement or looping statement. Iteration statement is also called as looping statement. And one more is selection statement. So in that selection statement, it is divided or classified into five types. One is if statement, if else statement, nested if statement, if else if statement, and switch statement. Okay, and then control statement will iteration statement will classify into three types: while, do while, forward statement. Okay. So in the first one is a selection statement. We discussed two statement yesterday. So if statement, if else statement, right? So if statement is a one-way branch statement, right? So you hang entry ಆಗಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಹೀಗೆ exit ಬರಬೇಕು. Okay. So you hang entry ಆಗಿರ್ತೀರಿ, we cannot come back to exit. Okay. So you have to come other route. Okay. So this is called if statement. Right? Here what happens, the condition will be checking, the true or false statement will be checking. Right? First the condition is checking, that is A greater than B. Right? If the condition is true, then the statement will execute and it comes out from the loops. If the condition is false, for example 10 greater than 5. If the condition is true, is the thing about the loop will be exit from the conditions. Condition is the loop program. Or 10 greater than 20. If the statement is false, from it exit from the loop. Okay, statement execute fast, statement execute after again and after. So 10 greater than 20 is not a proper statement. So this is control statement will be false. There are three false in those negative. So the loop will comes out from the condition problem. Okay. So this is what if conditions. Okay. If statement. So this is what if statement. So the next one is if else statement. So in this if else statement, if the condition is true, then it will comes from out from the loop. It comes out from the loop. Okay, see here. Here two conditions will be checking. If the statement is true, means it execute. So in case if the statement is false, becomes it will goes to else part. Athava. Else is the good word or statement. Athava. Okay, so second statement will checking the conditions. If the second statement is true, becomes the second statement will be executed. You can see here A greater than B, right? So 10 greater than 5. So if the condition is true, if this condition is true, becomes the statement is executed and comes from the loops. Here there are two statements. Okay, so in if statement only one statement will be present, and then in if else statement, so two block of the statement will be present in this if else statement. Or sometimes 10 greater than 20. In case instead of if I am writing 10 greater than 20 means the statement will be false. Okay, the statement will be false, and check the one more condition, that is B greater than C. Okay, B greater than C. Okay, so first 10 martari A greater than B. What I am giving the numbers here, 10 greater than 5 and greater than. Yes, of course, 10 5 ದೊಡ್ಡದು. The condition is true. If the condition is true, means the statement will execute and comes out from the loops. In case, suppose if the statement is false, becomes the statement is false becomes, it will goes to else part. Okay, so after going the else part, it will check the second conditions, B greater than C. For example, 20 greater than 10. Yes, of course, this condition is true. Then it will execute this statement. The block of the statement will be executed. Understand? That's right. So E statement to execute that. Okay. So this is what the difference between if statement and if else statement. So today we will study nested if statement. Nested if statement. Nested if statement. An if statement exists inside the another statement. And if a statement exists inside the another statement, inside the another if statement, if statement, exists inside the other statement is called nested if. Nested if statement. Okay. An if statement exists inside the another if statement is called nested if statement. The syntax for this one is if condition is checking here, if condition 2, okay, if condition is 1, if condition 1, another if condition. An if statement exists inside the another if statement. Now in a if statement exists another one more if conditions. I am adding two if conditions. One condition will be present. Okay, one condition is there already present in the looping. So I am adding another one more conditions. So it becomes like a nested loop with the So it becomes a nested loop. Already one loop will present in the conditions. I am adding one more looping statement in a nested if. So same thing. This is also right. In agree, and if the statement exists, once it exists, I agree. Inside the another if statement, inside the another if statement is called nested if. Okay. Then else statement statement 1 is executed, else, sorry, else if condition else if condition statement 3 statement 3 else statement end of it. This is what syntax for nested if statement. Okay, so here the nested if statement an if statement exists inside the another if statement. Already one statement will enter in the loopings for condition will be checking. I'm adding one more if statement here. I'm adding one more if statement. Is one more if statement is called nested if statement. Correct? For example, here, this is the syntax example we discussed here. So here, if A greater than B, then one more if A greater than C. Right? What I'm writing here, what I'm giving the examples here. First, if condition check A greater than B. Right? I'm adding one more if statement if A greater than C. Okay? So this is one condition, this is one conditions. Two conditions, two examples will be there. This is one example, this is one example. ಇಲ್ಲಿ check ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ conditions A greater than B check ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ at the same time A greater than C check ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ B ಅಂಕಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದದನ C ಅಂಕಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದದನ which one is bigger ಅಂತ check ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ right for example if you got A which is equals to some 90 B which is equals to some ABC which is equals to some 60. Okay, so these are the values. A is equals to 90, B which is equals to 80, C which is equals to 60. So if A greater than B in the check model, A greater than C in the check model. For example, so 90 greater than 80. Right? So as per these examples, 90 greater than 0, 90 greater than 80. Okay, A greater than B, so this statement is true. Or else, one more here, 90 greater than 60. So this is also true. The statement 1 is true because A is true here. So now A value A, B, C and the code 2. A value 90 code B value 80 C value 60 code. Okay. So A greater than B condition check right? So one statement just execute our what I'm giving here 90 greater than 80, of course A is bigger compared to B. Okay, 90 is bigger compared to B. At the same time, I'm checking the second conditions here. Another if conditions exist in algorithm, the conditions are checked by this ones. So 90 greater than 60, of course again 90 is greater. The statement 1 is okay. So in case sometimes if I am giving instead of this ones 120 like sorry 120. So which one is bigger here? C will be bigger. Okay. See here 90 greater than 120. No false. So here what happens? A is equals to sorry. A is bigger. So in other words, C is bigger. If I am changing the values, the first condition we check A greater than B so 90 greater than 80 condition is true. Then C value will change 120 so second time A greater than C check so whether it is A greater than C, 90 greater than 120, no, smaller. So C is bigger. If A is bigger, that's what A is bigger particularly. So C totally told C is bigger particularly. Correct? Fine. So here big A, big which is equals to A, else big which is equals to C. Big A else C is big which is equals to C. So second conditions else parallel 11. Okay. So 11 else if condition statement 3 statement 4. Okay. So here if B greater than C else B greater than C big which is equals to B. Okay, which one is bigger here? B will be bigger, else big which is equals to C. C out biggest among three numbers. We will see out biggest among three numbers is equals to B. This is what the conditions. Big A, else big C, else big B, else big C. Biggest amount three numbers, which one is bigger, the output will be shown on your notice screens. Right? The examples I am explaining. Okay? So the next one is nested if is what? If else if statement for your second PUC students. If else if statement in vocabulary. So then also we will discuss this one. Okay. Only if people are studying all these statements, all these conditions in PU first year only. If else if statement. Right. It is a multiple way branch structure. It is a multiple way branch structure. It tests the input way. Test the input way series of conditions. Series of conditions. That means it is multiple way branch. It tests the input with a series of conditions. How many numbers you are giving here for n is equals to, okay, conditions, series of conditions until the condition is true. Until the condition is true. Right. As condition becomes true, correspondence statement gets executed. Condition is true. As correspondence statement gets executed. As correspondence statement is executed. As correspondence statement gets executed. Correspondence statement gets executed. As correspondence statement gets executed. Otherwise, it executes the statement present at the else part. Execute the statement at the else part. Syntax: if conditions then statement 1. Statement 1 is executed. Else, if condition is true, then statement 2. Statement 2 is executed. Okay, so number 3, it is a multiple way branch structures. It is two-way branch structure, also called as it is two-way branch structure. It tests the input with the series of conditions. Like what will happen is it tests the input condition check. It tests the input with a series of conditions until the condition is true. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ goes on testing. So once it gets the executions, so remaining it will not check because the else part will correspondence statement to execute automatically. Okay, so ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇದು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Once it gets the sets, once it get the test, once it get the conditions, once it get the result, means it will not check to correspondence statements. The remaining, the correspondence statement will be executed automatically. When means it gets the conditions true. Okay, yavagri conditions true aitandre correspondence statement check managitte. For example, here if n less than 10, right, single digit number, see out single digit number, false identity conditions, single digit, double digit over 1 0, these 2 digits over. Okay, it is 2 digits over. Okay, so then else if n which is equals to 100, see out 2 digits number close, 2 digits number. Okay, 2 digits number. Okay, so this is also false. Okay, so the next else if n greater than 0, 3 digits number. Three digits number. Okay, else see out more than 3 digits number, more than 3 digits number. Now this statement is executed. Okay, so ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, n less than 10, 1 0 2 digits over there. Okay, the digits will be present in 2. So again ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ single digits number ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So this statement will be false. Okay, so else part ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರಿ if n less than 100, n less than 100, so here 3 digits are there. So in statement execute station ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ printing statement ನೋಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 2 digits number ಅಂತ ಬರಲಾಗಿದೆ. So again this condition is also false. Else if n less than thousands, okay, if n less than thousands means total 4 digits are present here. So what is the printing statement? Only 3 digits are present. 3 digits numbers. Again this condition is false. Else see out more than 3 digits number. Yes, 1 2 3 4. Here more than 3 digits number is there. So this statement will be executed. ಆಯ್ತ್ರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇದು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, it is multiple way branch, it is two way branch structure. It tests the input with a series of conditions. It tests the input with series of conditions until the condition is true. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೆವ್ರಿ, series of condition ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಹೋದೆವು. It tests the input with the series of conditions. These are the series of condition only until the conditions becomes true. These conditions ಬರೋದು ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವ್ರಿ, ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದೆವು. Okay, until the condition becomes true. As condition is true, So once it gets the true statement, once it gets the true condition means the corresponding statement will be executed automatically. Condition is true, the corresponding statement gets executed. Otherwise, it executes the statement present at the else part. Right? Once I use statement ಸಿಕ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ next statement check ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲಿ corresponding statement be executed. Else if statement ಸಿಗ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ತಗೊಂಡು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ ಇದನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ. So more than 3 numbers ಅಂತ ಬಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ but 4 numbers ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ಸೊ 1 2 3 4 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ 4 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ. 4 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ರೈಟ್. ಮ್ಯಾನಿಪುಲೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಪುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಏನಾದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ 4 numbers present in these conditions. ಸೊ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ 4 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಅವರು ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 3 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ if else if statement. So here until the condition becomes true we will testing goes on. Okay, test ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Once it gets the approximations condition means so ಇದನ್ನೇ ತಗೋತಾರೆ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ it execute the statement present at the else part. else part ಒಳಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು execute ಆಗಿ remaining corresponding statement will be executed automatically. Okay, so this is what if else if statement. So the last one is switch statement. Switch statement, it is a multiple selection statement. This multiple selection statement the different case statement are defined in this system. Switch if input is matching. If input is matching case selections value with any cases value any cases value corresponding statement are executed. Corresponding statement are executed if no case value is matching. no case value is matching, then it executes the default statement. Executes the default statement. For example, int a comma b, character choice switch choice case 1 case plus cout sum is equals to a plus b, break case 2 cout difference break case product then default cout event choice. Okay, so this is the switch statement. Switch means what? We have to choosing any one statement. Choosing. Switch means choose, right? For example, ನೀವು switch ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ರಿ. Take an example. Conference call na ನೀವು merge ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ before switch ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, right? For example, here A is online, B is holding. Okay, so if you are switching, B is online, A is holding. Same thing here, nothing else. So in other words, it is a multiple selection statement that is different cases statement defined within this switch statement. If input is matching with any cases value, corresponding statement are executed. Right? One case selection I tondre, once case execute I tondre, so remaining corresponding statement ಏನಂದ್ರೆ execute ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. Addition ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, subtraction ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, multiplication ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, division ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, right? So whatever the corresponding statement is there, so all the corresponding statement will be executed automatically, right? In case ಯಾವುದು case match ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, if no case value is matching, then it can execute default statement. Okay, if no case matching means it execute default statement. Understand? So this is what switch statement. So here an example, int a comma b ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನ, character choice is yours, switch choice ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಒಂದು choice ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So open brace, case cout sum a plus b. See, in case this statement is executed, right? This statement is executed. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ಬೋದ್ರಿ? 10 minus 5 ಅಂತ. So 10 plus 5 number 59. So 10 minus 5, 5. So one statement is executed means remaining correspondence statement will be executed automatically. One case match ಆಯ್ತು one case manipulate ಆಯ್ತು so it will not going to check a remaining statement. Right, the corresponding statement will be executed automatically. In case if no case are matching is invalid, this one invalid choice. This is what default statement. At any cost, the execute or may agree. ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬರುವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ at any cost 101% sure this default statement will execute at any cost, because here no case are matching means this case will be matching at any cost. In case here only the case is matching means corresponding statement will be executed automatically including this default statement. Okay, so first case is executed corresponding statement will execute including this default statement. In case ille yavudu statement execute agilla andre ille yavudu case match out agilla andre ille yavudu case manipulate agilla andre exact match agilla andre so this default statement will be executed automatically. Okay, so this is what switch statement, right? So this is complete selection statement, right? Selection statement in our complete. So the rest of the things, next iteration statement we'll discuss in tomorrow class. Iteration or looping statement we'll discuss in tomorrow class. Thank you very much.